Hey, good morning there. Good morning there, Demas. How's it going? So we're gonna kick off another flight here this morning. It's gonna be a quick one though, Demas. I'm glad to have you back. We're gonna how was your landing yesterday into Boston? I'm just curious how that was with that Airbus 350 there. Yeah, we're gonna be leaving from Boston this morning to Dulles International, which is probably only gonna be about a hour flight at the most. But it's gonna be a quick flight, and then from there, we're gonna go from Dulles to LA this evening. So we're gonna get two flights in today with this 787. I'm gonna break them out apart though after the first flight here. Come back a couple hours, and then we're gonna take that second flight from Dulles to Los Angeles. So yeah, we're gonna be online quite a bit today. So we're gonna go and get started on this here Boston one here. Relatively quick here. I'm gonna start setting it up. It's gonna be a dark code start too. So we're about to dive back in and get things set up. So give me a moment. We'll be getting started here soon, Demas. But hey, listen, glad to have you back again, and we'll be starting here probably in another 7 minutes or so. So we'll get things started up here. I'll be right back. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Demis again, welcome. Glad to have you back. Flying from Boston this morning to Dulles Airport, and then from give a couple hour break, and then we're gonna go from Dulles to Los Angeles today. Let's get into our topic here. It's gonna be dark, cold and dark start here um, from um, I'm from Boston. And again, we're still flying our 787 dash 9. We're gonna it's version 1.7. Still looking for little bugs, tweaks, and what have you, and look at these here upgrades, and getting used to these upgrades as well too. We got the checklist, we got the A cars, we have ATC, which is the ATC modules associated with the A cars, and so yeah, we got a couple few good things here. Let's get our aircraft powered up here. Let's go ahead and turn our batteries on. Okay, turn our pumps on. Let's go ahead and let's also hook up our equipment there as well too. Let's get our equipment going. Okay, ground equipment. There we go. Let's turn our ground equipment on. Right now we're covering. We're logged into VATSIM as well too. This morning. Don't have any. We don't have anything coming out of. Let me see. So let me see. What gate am I at? Let me see. Demis. Let me see what gate I'm at. I'm at gate A15. Yep. Gate A15. There we go. Gate A15 there. Yep. Um, I just curious, Demis, will you be joining us on a flight as well too? Are you gonna go ahead and get fly out of Boston with us to Dulles as well? Let's see if you're gonna join us or not. Yesterday was a great flight. It was good experience yesterday as well. So, yep. Okay. Let me see. Turn on some things here. Our IRS. Turn that on. Turn on our AC buses. Okay. We'll turn on our hydraulics as well too. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see. All right. Let's see. So let's get right into our flight plan. Let's get right into our flight plan this morning. Okay, we bring up our charts. Okay, here's our flight plan, folks. All right, so this morning looks like they got us flying out of runway 04 right out of Boston. Let's take a look at our airport. Okay, okay, here we go. So 04 right is taking us on this here one here. Okay. Probably because the size aircraft, I think they're taking that into account too, with it being taking us on 4 right, which is 10,000 feet, versus 4 left, which is only 7,800 feet. So, good choice there. We'll be most likely taxiing on Kilo, the Bravo. and from Bravo to full length of the runway 4 right, and then we'll depart from there. So when we depart 4 right, we're going to be departing via Blazer 4 SID. Just look at Blazer 4 SID here. Okay. Okay, so Blazer 4 SID, we're going to enhance Herb, or I believe that's the route we're going to be taking here. Let me see. Yeah, yep, we are. Yep, this is the actual route we're going to be taking around here, all the way through to Blazer, and then we're gonna go from Blazer direct to a VOR, our Barnes VOR, and then from there we're gonna start working our arrival to Dulles via the Hyper 8 arrival. Okay. We're going to be landing northbound. We're going to be landing via runway 01 right into Dulles. When we descend, we're going to make sure we're going to cross Lurch. No, we're going to cross Hyper at 10,000 feet. Okay. And then we continue our decline till we get to Ticon. We're going to be at 4,000 when we hit Hustle at 4,000. Maintain 4,000 till we get to Ticon. And then from Ticon, we're going to transition into our arrival, 01 right, into Dulles. Let's take a look at that. Or 01 right into Dulles. Okay, as we turn from Ticon, we'll either Mosby or Desus, I think. Maybe coming from Desus, I think we'll transition. I'll check and see, make sure Desus is not too far out. We'll transition to Desus and then turn into Mosby for runway 01 right for Washington Dulles. Okay, well, let's take a look at our airport for Washington Dulles, 01 right. We're gonna be once we land, we'll probably exit the runway around Kilo 2. We'll cross Kilo via Charlie, and then go into our we'll turn and come down. Well, actually, we'll go through Delta and then go on a ramp via Delta, so we can park over here where the international flights, the bigger flights here, are parked at on Delta ramp here for Dulles. So that's yeah, Demas. I'm gonna be using 04. Actually, maybe using 04 right. I'm gonna use 04 right this morning, Demas. The reason why is because 04 left is a shorter runway. So we'll just go ahead and set up for 04 right instead. I think that's going to be a little better because we got more length on that runway there. Looking at let's see. So Demas, we have 04 left, which is only 7,800. I think it's ideal to just go ahead. We'll go ahead and just go with the 10,000 here. I'm gonna go with SimBrief too. SimBrief went ahead and set us up for 04 right, and I don't have no objections with that. I think we'll go with 04 right for our departure out of Dulles. Out of Boston. Okay, so that's the way we'll be taking here. All right. Okay. All right. So let's get back up to let's get back to our airport here in Boston. We'll go ahead and pull this off to the side here. We'll get our aircraft started up here today. Let's go ahead and start queuing in our waypoints for FMC. Okay. Let's see. Let's go to. Let's see. We'll start off right here. Route page. Okay, route page. Let's go ahead and key this in here. Bring it in a little closer. Okay, Boston. Okay. KIAD. We'll put a flight number in, 1979. Okay. All right, and let's go ahead and get started on our departure. Departure is going to be via Blazer 4, but departing via runway 04 right, Blazer 4. Execute that. Start putting in our waypoints here. We're going to go direct to Bath. Okay. And then we're immediately going to start our descent via Hyper 8 arrival into Dulles. Okay. Transition via Bath. Okay, into our star. And we're going to be arriving 01 right. This is where we need to figure out our transition. Let me go back to Dulles here and make sure we get a good transition going in. I want to make sure that our transition is not too far out there for 01 right. ILS approach. CSN is not. CSN is way too far out to the west. We're not going that route. That'll be a bad transition there. CSN. What about BRV? Where's BRV at? Let's take a look here. We might just go without a transition. Let's just see BRV. So CSN is down here. Not showing BRV here on our chart. So let's just do. Oh, here's BRV. It's Brooks. It's BRV's Brooks. Let's go ahead and put BRV in, and then we'll step through to make sure it's not too far out. So we'll go BRV. Let's do that for our transition. Okay. Okay. Select. Let's go through our legs here. Any discontinuity right here? Clear that. Okay, let's step through our route. Step through our route here. Here's our departure via SID. Let me bring our range out a little bit here. Oh, okay. Oh, Demas. So we got you at gate A17. Let's take a look at you here. Let me pull out here and let's take a look at you on the map here, Demas. You're at the A17. You're right near us here. Let me pull out here. Look up. So we are at 15, 16. So you are. There you go. Let's see what you're flying today. Are you flying? Oh, there you go, right there. Okay, great. All right, Demas. You're flying at Delta Airlines today, Demas. Looks like you're. Are you? Is this the 777? Looks like you're flying 777 today, huh? Well, let's take a look at her. Yeah, I tell you, that's a beautiful aircraft. She's big too. Yeah, that's a beautiful aircraft there. Yeah. Yeah, it looks great too. Looks really good. All right. Yeah. So okay. Yeah, definitely looks like you're flying a big one today. 777. Oh, that's the 350 again. Airbus 350. Wow, yeah, it looks great. Okay. Hey, Demus, I'm gonna have to get back into the Air 350 again. Airbus 350. I really like the aircraft. One of these episodes we're gonna get back to that one really soon here. You know, so that's actually a great aircraft to be flying too. I mean, it's a lot of fun, and technology wise too. It's I think it's very current, and the handling too. It's I think the handling for that Airbus 350 is better than this one actually. Um, all right, let's step through our route to Dulles. Okay. Projected vectors there. Okay. All right. And that's BRV. Yep, that's a good transition, folks, that we selected into Dulles. Good. All right. So we're looking good there. Take our plan off. And let's go back here so we can put our cruise speed in. So we're going to be cruising at Mach 0.85. Okay. We're going to be cruising at altitude. We got cruise altitude 380 today, this morning. Cruise altitude 380. Okay. Okay. All right, so there's our climb indicators. That's what we want to see. Okay, everything looks good, folks. Everything looks good. So far, so good. We'll look at and see if we got any climb restrictions via our Blazer 4 departure. Let's take a look at that and see if we have any flight restrictions. Climb top altitude 5,000. We're gonna be 04 right. Climb 035 degrees to 520. Then that direct inlet. Then on track 091 degrees on cross Humbry at or above 4,000. Then on depicted route to Blazer. Let's go ahead and set our initial altitude to 5,000, and then we'll take it up from there. So let's go ahead and set that now. Okay, set this bad boy to 5,000. Perfect. Set our initial. We'll come up out of there at. Let's see. We'll do our V climb at around 1,800 initially before we put on LNAV VNAV here. So let's set this here. Okay, I wouldn't be expecting that. Okay. All right, let's now get into our systems here, our upgrade systems here, and take a look at a couple things. So comms, so we haven't. Now before we go here, let's load first. Let's load first, then we'll come back to this. Let's load. Okay. So what do we have today in regards to occupancy? Let's look at our passengers. We're going to be flying today. Load of 346 passengers here. Okay. Zero fuel weight. 367,000 pounds. Okay. Fuel 29,000 as far as fuel. That's good. And we'll leave landing fuel as is. I see it was self-adjusting too, so we'll leave that alone here. We'll let that remain set. You see the landing fuel there is adjusting on its own there. We'll let it do its thing here. We'll allow it to do its own guesstimates there. We won't interfere with that one, so let's go ahead and keep it at 29,000 as far as the fuel. It's gonna be short one way. Crew, we don't have a lot of crew here. Let's always put a flight crew. We'll go 2 as far as flight crew. Cabin crew will go half. We won't load it out too heavy. We don't need that many. Cargo, it's gonna be 79,000 pounds of cargo. Okay. Let's come down off the cargo a little bit. It's not always necessary we have to have it so heavy here. I don't want us to be in a red zone here. Give us some back off the cargo just a little bit. Let's keep it there. I think that's good. Takeoff weight's gonna be 426,000 pounds. Let's load. We're good. Initialize. Okay. Performance, 426,000 pounds. Coming out of Boston, we're gonna be runway 04 right. Okay. Dry conditions, wind. Let's look at our ATIS here. ATIS has this at when winds are 30 degrees at 10 knots. Okay, and temperature is at 13 degrees Celsius. Okay. HPA is going to be. Okay, let's take a look at that. All right, so our altimeter is going to be 2998. I think it's going to be QNH is going to be 1015. Well, let's see what we have for QNH 2998. 2998 is going to give us 1015. Yep, I was right. So 1015. Just going to put 1015 here for QNH. Flaps. Let's just go with 15. We'll go with 15 on our flaps. Let's calculate. Okay, trim's going to be 5 3/4. V2 is going to be 158. Okay. All right, trim 5 3/4. Let's set that. Our trim. Looking good. Let's go RTO on our brakes. Folks, I think we're almost there on our setup here. We are almost there on our setup. We are almost complete here. Couple things here. Let's also let's turn on our see. Let's make sure we're at right frequency here. 122.8. Let's start off with that. 122.8. There we go. Oop. Let's clear that. Oop. Okay, how are we switching? 122.8 here. Switch transfer. There we go. Okay, 122.8. Let's go ahead and go smart. Squawk mode Charlie. Okay, we're squawking. Squawk mode Charlie there. Okay, let's deny access to our door here. Keep us secured. Let's go up top here. I think we need to turn on. Should turn on our APU now. Get that started up. Turn our seatbelts on. We'll go ahead and turn our beacon on as well too. While the APU is starting up, we'll go ahead and call out for our tug.
Hey, Captain, let me know where you want this thing.
And we'll set her. We'll set her over here.
Great news, Captain. Your tow's coming.
Okay. APU is 100%. Let's go ahead and see the APU gens are on. I don't know why they're on by default, but maybe because of my switches. But APU is now on. Okay, so APU is on. Let's go ahead and turn on our anti-ice right now. Get that going. Turn on some air fins here. Broadcast comms.
All right, looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
Let's shut off our external power. Should be able to go ahead and remove the ground units there. Okay.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Tow's connected, bypass pins inserted. Go ahead and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go. Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
Okay, Demas, yeah, I'm sorry, I have myself on mute here. So yeah, it looks like you're ready to push him back. Let's go ahead and this is what I like to do. I like to go ahead and push back. I'll pull forward a little bit to give you some room. Go ahead and push back and follow me to our departure runway 04 right, and we can go ahead and trail each other and follow each other down to Dulles International. I think that'll be a good flight there, joint wise. We'll follow each other to route runway 04 right. We'll depart and we'll follow our routes together down to Dulles. I think that'll be great. Let me know if you're okay with that as well. Okay. Let's see. Okay. think we have engines turned up here. Start up for left engines here. Let's turn our ignition on for the left engine here. Okay, give the left engine some power there.
Cabin crew, doors to automatic and cross-check. Cabin crew, please take your seats for takeoff.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake. And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment. And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the right. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
Okay, so Demas, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and pull forward, allow you to push back, and I'll hold position and wait for you to come up behind me. Then we'll go ahead and taxi runway 04 right. Okay, so let's we'll go ahead and release my brakes here, pull forward a little bit. Okay, and we'll just hold here while we're on the ramp. Okay, folks, we'll go ahead and hold here for a moment while Demas there taxi get his pushback there, get his pushback in place. He'll pull up behind me, then we'll go ahead and taxi runway 04 right for departure. While we're waiting here, let's take a look at a couple things here. ATC, see, a login is already there. ATIS request. Let's see if ATIS request is working here out of Boston. Let's send that. Let's check out a new message. ATIS is not working with this new module here right now, just for now. ATIS request, but meter request, I think will show it. Let me see. Send message there. There it is. So we have to go. It's not through ATIS. So ATIS is not actually working. We do it this way. It actually works. So 2998 is our altimeter. This is a good outcome on that. Already instruct everyone to take their seats.
Please take your seats for takeoff.
Flight info uplink. Let me see what this is. Okay. That didn't do anything. 8 cars there. Let's see. Okay. Request 8 is sent. Okay. PA system. Departure clearance requested. Boston offline. Okay. So maybe this will connect to VATSIM when they are actually online. So I'll give it a shot next time when air traffic control is actually online there. Okay. So this is where we are here. Let's check on our captain here. Okay, it's like it's about to be taxiing here shortly. Okay, pulled up behind us, and then we can go ahead and proceed forward. All right, all looks good. Let's clean up our map here. We got a lot of points on our map. Let's see what we have. Turn some weather on. It's great. We got moving traffic as well too. All looks good. Okay. Okay, flaps is already set. Let's go ahead and set our let's go also set our flight director, turn that on in preparation for departure there. Okay, all looks good. Our initial climb is going to be 5,000 feet, then we'll climb from there. Demis, do you have the did you disconnect the what kind of pushback are you using? Are you using the better pushback? If so, if that's still connected, having issues there, go ahead and go to better pushback and select to remove that to disengage it, and that should fix there. I had that issue before with better pushback. Not sure if that's the tool that you're actually using there. We do see swirling around there. As far as that, not sure what kind of system you're using for the tug. Looks like you may have fixed it. Looks like you possibly have fixed that issue there. Looks like you're ready. You're ready to go on that taxi there. Cool, perfect. All right, looks good. Well, let's proceed. I'll hold and ready to taxi when you are. Once you're all set, we'll proceed. We'll do a quick radio check as well too. right, let me turn off my second, getting some feedback here. So I need to shut this here off here. So when you get that feedback sound, you got to make sure you look and see what else is operational here. Because we just shut that off there. It was getting some feedback on that. So I think we fixed that. Let me see here. Yep, that's better. We had the second comms lit up. We only need one comm, so that was getting a reverb there. Boston Ground, United 1979. Heavy radio check.
Get you 5x5.
Raj, copy. Thanks. Demus, we're gonna go ahead and start our taxi. Hope all is well. Which there I see twisting around on you again. Not sure if that's that pushback still engaged. Which we're gonna go proceed to taxi. Let us know if you if you're able to start rolling out there. If you get fixed while we're starting taxiing, just let us know. And then once you come along your way, we'll go ahead and hold for you. We'll go ahead and start our taxi here. Hopefully you can catch up with us there. We're going to go ahead and proceed to 04 right. Boston's ground is United 1979. Taxiing to runway 04 right for departure. Taxiing via Kilo Bravo, full length runway 04 right, 979.
Hey, Boston traffic, American 811. Now we're taxiing 4 right as well via Echo Kilo Bravo. traffic, American 811, getting in position 4 right for departure. Boston traffic, American 811, departing 4 right.
All right, folks, we're going to go ahead and line up runway 048, and we're going to hold for that departing traffic there for the American Airlines 811.
Boston traffic, American 811, clear 4 right.
Boston traffic's United 1979 Heavy, lined up, cleared for immediate departure, runway 04 right, 1979. Okay, folks, let's go ahead and go. Okay, let's get swirly here. Let's line up straight here. There we go. Okay, 100% on throttle.
V1. Rotate. Positive.
Okay. Gears up. Trigger our LNAV and our VNAV. Initiate autopilot. Okay. Continue positive climb. Having to use some yoke control on this one too. Just trying to pitch up, and that speed is not it's not maintaining 250 knots as we want it to. I'm having to pull back on that yoke, which I shouldn't have to, but let's let off the yoke a little bit and see what happens. Okay, fully off the yoke, and should be settling back down to 250 knots where we should be. Alright, so it looks like okay, it's going back to where it should be. Okay, so that's kind of strange. I had to kind of really pull back on that yoke a lot because it started nose started wanting to go down on us. But we got full control of it. Let's go ahead and take off our shut off our takeoff lights here. We should already have our strobe going there. Okay, so let's we can turn off our APU. Shut the APU down. We should be making our turn here. Okay, let's look at our map. Okay, there we go. All right, we're right on course there for our, pardon me, our SID. Okay, you're gonna maintain, we're gonna hold our 5,000 for now. Okay, right now we're just still maintaining 5,000 for now. We'll go ahead and proceed with our climb here shortly. Want to go ahead and hold at 5,000 right now for a moment. Okay, we'll go ahead and let it climb up to cruise out to 380. Good shot of Boston there in the background. There's our current map, folks. We'll now direct to Blazer. Then we'll be en route as filed. Okay, you see we actually departed here on 04 right. Kind of looped around in a circle here. Maintained 5,000 to cross Needham, and then we went ahead and set for our cruise out to 380, initiate that flight change so it can climb. Okay, so we're probably leveling off at 10,000. Let's see. Yeah, we're leveling off at 10,000 so we can pick up some speed here. Then it should continue with our climb. Great shot of Boston here. Really, really good shot there. A few overcast today. Weather's not too bad. I think we may have this overcast all the way down to Washington Dulles actually. Okay, we're continuing our cruise to, we're continuing our climb out of Boston up to cruise out to 380. Right now, flying direct to Blazer, and then we're gonna direct for our route as filed from Blazer. All right, folks, we just crossed 18,000. Let's go ahead and set our altimeter to standard. Okay. Continuing our climb to cruise out to 380. Okay, folks. Yeah, this is going to be a pretty quick flight to Dulles. We're right now we're still climbing. Have not hit cruise altitude yet. We're going to be at a cruise speed of Mach 0.85. So the times right now we're seeing, as far as the times to our destination, will change once a speed is adjusted there. Right now we're showing a 13:54 Zulu time arrival, which is we're at 12:56 right now, which should be an hour out, but this will change significantly here, which should reduce our actual time, which would be much less than an hour, I'm sure. Top of descent is 168 nautical miles from us as well too, and should be crossing that right now, showing at 13:17 Zulu. Again, that time will change as well too once we hit cruise altitude and we increase speed to Mach 0.85. Oh no, Demas. Sorry you had to that you got had issues there with that push and start there. Yeah, better pushback. Sometimes that happens. It's yeah, and unfortunately, I don't think that, when you disconnected, I don't even think that worked. It kind of jammed up on you, obviously, which caused you to lock up. Unfortunately, folks, that's something for everyone here that I can tell you, these plugins sometimes they will cause that for us. It's definitely an inconvenience, but that's okay, Demas. I'm glad you're still with us here. Once we do land in Dulles, give a couple hours here. We're gonna be flying from Dulles to Los Angeles. So hopefully, once you're on ground in Dulles, we can go ahead and then connect here next on our next episode, and you can join us, and hopefully you can fly along with us here while we're broadcasting. So, yep, but that's too bad though. Sorry you had to get kicked off there due to that, but let's continue flight here to Dulles. Hopefully you can depart there at Boston here successfully, and hope that problem gets fixed there. Okay, let's do a good quick position report here. Okay, so it looks like we're about to level off 380 here. We should be picking up speed to our cruise speed of Mach 0.85. Our distance to go for top of descend there, we're looking at 135 miles from here. We'll go ahead and start looking at our arrival procedures here shortly. We're about to, I think we've already entered into, yes, we already entered into our Hyper 8 arrival. As a matter of fact, we sure have. So if you see here on our map, we've crossed Bath at 14 nautical miles. So this is two images of our route here, folks. This is a more scaled version here that's not marked up. You see Bath here is where we currently passed 14 miles. So we're about to cross Vigo now. So we're already in the Hyper 8 arrival already. All right, so we've already started this as far as our initial we're going to be starting our initial descent here shortly via this Hyper 8 arrival as well. So, and it's going to be 128 nautical miles. We're crossing that soon here as we pick up speed. So, be checking in here again shortly, folks. Hey folks, it looks like so for Dulles, for arrival to Dulles, looks like we do have ground. Ground is operating on Dulles, so we'll be changing over to ground frequency once we do land into Dulles. We're gonna start our initial descend in another 75 nautical miles, so we'll be back. Okay, folks, we're coming upon our initial descend. We're going to be at a top of descent very soon here. Let's go ahead and plan for our descend. Let's go ahead and set. We'll go ahead and set it right now for. Let's see, 4,000. We could just take it all the way down to 4,000. Let's take a look at our legs here. So it's gonna be leveling off at 4,000 around hustle there. Okay, and it's gonna then do automatically down to 3,000. Thesis, Moby, 1900. Listen, we're just gonna go ahead and set it, folks, all the way down to 1900, so it can allow it to just automatically take us to those, take us all the way down per each waypoint accordingly as what our plan, what our FMS is showing. So let's just go ahead and take it for now. Air traffic control is not online except for ground, so let's go ahead and control our own descent via our plan already. So we'll keep it at we'll put at 1900. We'll have it as 1900 there. We set that. Let's see, we are now 26 nautical miles. Once we cross top descent, we'll go ahead and hit our flight change here, and we should start our automatic descent. All right, folks, we started our initial descent here. Let's pull back on, get some air brakes here. Engage here, slow us down a bit here. Okay, as we start our descend. Okay, disengage your air brakes. Okay. Okay, folks, let's look at our rival performance here. Start setting up for that. While we're descending, we can go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and put on an airport. Okay, runway 01 right. Conditions are good. Let's look at our ATIS. Okay, we're showing winds out of 280 at 3 knots, calm winds. Okay, so that's fine. Let's go ahead and put that in. 280, 3 knots. Okay, it's going to be at 11 degrees Celsius. We'll put our QNH in here here in a moment. Let's put our landing weight. We can go ahead and put our landing weight in as well too. Our landing weight right now is showing 410,700. Okay, we'll leave that there. Flaps, we'll go full on our flaps. Full reverse, auto spoilers. We'll go max auto on brakes. And we'll come back to this here. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and put our QNH in now. 298. We won't set it here. We'll keep it standard, but we'll come back. We'll come back to QNH once we hit 18,000, and then we'll finish up that performance menu there. Let's wait till we get across 18,000. Then we'll come back. Okay, so let's test out our upgrade. Let's just see if the meter is working. It's working here. Let's see. Let's send that message. Okay, heard that little chime. It's working, folks. There we go. That's our ATIS. Okay. Winds out 180 degrees at 03 knots. Altimeter 2989. We'll keep eye on that. We'll go ahead and cue that in. We'll keep this on display here. Yeah, there's our weather. Good. It's working very well. Impressed. Okay, so we're making our turn for LRP. Okay, we are, which is Lancaster. Okay, we'll continue our descend. Let's see, should be crossing Lurch at 14,000 feet. Piper at 10,000. We'll be landing northbound, so we're going to be crossing Segby at 7,000. Mowat at 4, Hustle mobile at 5, hustle at 4. We're gonna hold 4,000 until let's see. We're gonna hold 4,000 until we come out of BRV, and then we should continue to descend at Odysseus, and then Mosby at 1900, and then we should start looking for our localizer for our ILS approach 10 right. So with that, let's go ahead and start setting up our arrival frequency for our localizer 101 right. Okay, so 01 right, let's go there. Let's pull up, see what our frequency is per our charts for 01 right. 01 right, folks, the localizer is going to be 110.1 as far as our frequency. Our approach angle is going to be 011 degrees. So let's go ahead and cue that in here for our nav 1. Okay. Okay, nav 1 is set. Okay, CRS, our approach angle is going to be 11 degrees. Okay, so that's all set, folks. Okay. All right, so our nav 1 is set for our localizer. 110 frequency 110.1, approach 011 degrees, and we'll continue our descent, folks. I'll be checking in here momentarily. All right, folks. As we're crossing 18,000, let's go ahead and put in our ATIS here. So what is it telling us here? We have what is it? It's 2989. 2989. 2989. And that translates to 1012. So let's, as a QNH, let's put our QNH here. $10.12. All right, let's calculate. Okay, so we are going to be setting our speeds for our arrival at 148 knots, coming into as our final when we hit our glide slope, and our final into Dulles via 01 right. We'll make sure we're around about 148 knots, give or take 5 knots, 153. We'll keep it at 148 though. I think that's fine. Okay, so we're all set there in preparation for that. Let's also clear the vectors. We don't have center online with us. I mean approach online with us. So let's go ahead and clear that vector. All right. Let's walk through our plan real quick here. We'll step through. Okay. Folks, looks good. Our approach looks really good there. All right, we'll continue our descent. All right, folks, we're deploying some speed brakes here, bring it down to 250 knots. Okay, let's go ahead and turn on our arrival lights here. Crossing 10,000. We'll go ahead and turn on our logo lights, wing lights, landing lights. Let's go ahead and go taxi runway as well too. Let's go and light it all up. Get our APU started up as well. All right, folks, we're down to 4,000 feet. We're going to go ahead and maintain 4,000 feet here for a little bit before we start our initial turn for our approach runway 01, right? As you see, we got the airport at our 12 o'clock there. It's a little distance from it, but that's our airport there at 12 o'clock. Okay, folks, we put ground on standby here, so we can switch over to frequency once we do get on ground there. Okay, folks, we're about to make our turn here shortly for our initial approach for Washington Dulles. Come down here a little more. Going to turn into the left there, cross Mosby, and catch our glide slope into Dulles via 01 right. Okay, we'll be making our a turn for our initial approach. Sorry, to with our final approach, we'll be making that turn in another 12 nautical miles here.
bank angle.
Dallas traffic, this is United 1979 Heavy, currently on final approach for runway 01, right? Kind of fun. It's like we made a complete circle here versus going direct to our next waypoint, thesis. So we'll make sure we turn back in that and turn back on our on our VNav and RNav here so we can connect there. We totally made a complete turn outside of that, so no worries. We'll turn right back into that heading. As a matter of fact, that heading should be let me see, around 11 degrees here, so let's go ahead and start making adjustment on our heading as well. Okay, so that's about right there. So this should take us right. Yeah, 11 degrees was about right there. Alright, we should be picking up our localizer here soon. And we have visibility of the airport ahead of us there at 12 o'clock. Right now we're going to continue holding at 3,000 feet until we get closer, and then we'll catch our localizer, then establish that glide slope. Once we cross Mosby, we should then start declining down to 1,900. Okay, localizer has been established. We're in approach mode now, and we should be catching our glide slope here momentarily. We'll still control speeds, bring speeds down to our approach. So our arrival speed is going to be 148 knots. So we'll make sure we start slowing down prior to then. Localizer established, and continue our approach for, as a matter of fact, let's drop our gears down as well too. Let's get our gear down. Okay, let's go ahead and arm our speed brakes. Speed brakes armed. I'll go max auto on auto brakes. Okay. Dallas traffic, this is United 1979 Heavy, currently on final approach, runway 01 right. We're gonna go full on the flaps and bring our speed down to 148. Okay, we got a good approach so far. Good speeds. About to catch our glide slope. And there we go. Looks like we got our capture our glide slope here, and we'll continue on our approach. We'll take off our autopilot here once we get a little closer to the runway there, so we can manually bring her in. Okay, we took it off autopilot here. Let's manually bring her in. Runway 01 right.
B1 rotate.
Okay, good folks, good arrival. I was wondering why the auto brakes got disengaged when we touched ground. I had to manually deploy the brakes there. Not sure why that disengaged on us, but it's okay. We had a good landing here, good smooth landing into Dulles. Let's go ahead and connect the ground. Let's proceed with our taxi. Oh, Dulles Ground. Good morning. How you doing? This is United 1979 Heavy. Just landed on runway 0 right and taxiing off of runway 0 right via Kilo 1. Request clearance to taxi the gate.
United 1979 Dulles Ground. Where are you parking today?
Let's take her down to International via a ramp tower Delta.
United 1979. Taxi to ramp by Kilo.
Copy that. Taxi to the ramp via Kilo 979.
United 1979. Run me this frequency till you're at the gate.
I'm sorry. Did you say monitor frequency up to the gate?
Yes. Remain this frequency till the gate.
Roger. Copy. 979. All right, folks. Let's monitor this frequency as we continue. Okay, let's go ahead and shut off our landing lights there. Keep our taxi lights on. Take our strobe off. Okay. And we're going to continue our taxi to the gate, and then well, I like to check out our landing as well too. Yeah, I like to go back and do a quick replay on that landing. Really curious as to why we lost the auto brakes when we touched ground there. I know for sure I did not hit my paddles, so I know I didn't do that. So it should not have disengaged on us. So we'll not sure why that disengaged there. I was wondering why it's taking so long for us to slow down. I had to manually come down on our brakes here to slow it down, but that's okay. The reverse worked well. The reverse deployed worked well, so we're good there. We're gonna be turning here to the right via Delta and park here in ramp area of Delta. Okay, we're just gonna park right here, folks, right here on the corner, and we'll go ahead and initiate the brakes, and then we'll go ahead and do a quick rewind of that landing to see how that landing took place there. All right, so we're good here. Let's go ahead and let's initiate our brakes. Put our brakes on. Okay, let's rewind, folks. Let's take a look at our approach. I like to see a couple angles here. I like to see the runway view of the approach. I like to see passenger view of the approach, and I also like to see the tower view of the approach. Okay. I think I noticed something. It looks like the auto throttle spun up when we touched ground. That may have been the reason why our auto brakes disengaged. Very interesting there. Okay, so we'll make sure we turn off our auto throttles. We'll make sure we turn off auto throttles next time. That may have caused that auto brakes to disengage there by having auto throttles on. So I did hear it rev up. Interesting. Okay, so that's good. That's good capture there. Let's look at a different angle. Let's look at passenger view angle as well too. Let's go right about right about here. That's great. Okay. Yeah, I can hear, definitely heard the auto throttle kicking up. I didn't even put on reverse yet. And I did hear that auto throttle kick on board as soon as we touch ground. That's the key indicator, folks. Have to make sure that that you watch that when you touch ground, as far as how that get that. Just go ahead and recommendation, just take off the auto throttle and just keep your speeds appropriate. Okay, manually once you take off the autopilot. So let's look at another view here. We'll look at the runway view as well. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and capture tower view. One last view here. Okay, let's go tower. So this is definitely we got some improvements here on the landing. Finding out the small things that really matter. That's important. Number one, gotta really make sure that that aircraft doesn't start acting funny on you on that initial approach there. Then go ahead and take the RNAV off, and go ahead and manually bring her in, but making sure that the auto throttle is off when you're making that approach, when you take off your autopilot. Okay, folks, that was a good flight from Boston to Washington Dulles. From here, what we're going to do is we're going to take a couple hour break here. We're going to come back to it, and our next episode is going to be a flight here from let's go from Dulles to, let's hop, skip, and jump. Let's take a flight into Denver, and then from Denver to LAX. Okay, so we'll as a matter of fact, or we may just go straight to to LAX from here. But we'll make a decision here. We'll make a decision when we get back here. So, folks, listen, it was a pleasure. Thank you for joining us today. Please like and subscribe, and we'll be catching up again here shortly on the next episode. Thank you, and bye now.